still seriously athletic. J.B., what stood out specifically about the fourth quarter and the way that you guys fought back?
Just the way that we continued, to give ourselves a chance. It wasn't pretty all night, but we figured out a way how to get it done, and we did it collectively. We were really good defensively, and then found ways to create easy offensive opportunities for ourselves.
And then without Donovan in the fourth quarter, Darius kind of stepped up in that. What did you see from him? Just one in the way that he was able to facilitate tonight, but then also find his own shots, get that three at the end.
Yeah, I thought he took over the game for us, and not only scoring. I thought he had some big rebounds for us, but he created for other people. And then he's proven that the moment's never too big for him, and we've been able to depend on him.
Jeff Shadell, News Herald. JB, what did Ricky Rubio do for you in that stretch that maybe didn't show up in the box score?
He just brings the group together. He gives everybody a calm. He understands the togetherness that's needed. And when times are most difficult, he understands how to bring the group together. And I think everybody needs that, and they believe in him and his ability to do that.
Danny Cunningham, ESPN Cleveland. I know Donovan was back on the bench, but he didn't go back in. Could he have, if needed? How severe is that groin injury?
I'm not sure yet, to tell you the truth.
Could he have gone back in?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Yeah. And then offensively, both Evan and Jarrett were super efficient today. What did you think led to that?
I think they got the ball in their spots. I thought their teammates did a great job of finding them when they were open, reading the defense, and understanding how the defense was playing them. And I thought our guys made the right reads, and then they were aggressive. And, this is what they're capable of. Like, when they get to their spots, they're both hard to deal with.
Spencer Davies, basketball.com. He took mine, but I'll just ask about Isaac. It's his third straight game. I think he's hit a three. Looks like he's gotten a lot of confidence. He's shooting like 45% or something last month. When he's able to do that and to attack from the corners and get those reads from the guys that are in the pick and roll, what does that unlock for your offense?
Well, obviously it's a spacing thing for sure, where people have to account for him and pay attention to him. But it gives the ball handlers and our rollers, that room to create space and separation, and then puts more pressure on the defense. And if they want to help off of him, like you said, he's making them pay.
And then what did you like about what he did on CJ? I know CJ got going there in the second half, but it seemed like he was hugging him pretty good on those off balls.
Yeah, Isaac's going to fight, and he's going to make it difficult. Some of these guys are the greatest offensive players in the world. And CJ's one of the most talented offensive players we have in this league. But I thought Isaac did a really good job of just making it tough. He had to take 20 shots to get 25 points. That means you're doing your job.
Evan Daymar, right down to the JB. It's a balancing act, I'm sure, if you really do balance player development, winning now, and just competing in the playoffs like this. But are you starting to see signs from some of the young guys, whether it's Isaac, Darius, Evan, Jarrett, just guys from last year showing more steps of growth from just where they were at this point last year?
Yeah, it's experience. You can do as much one-on-one or one-on-0 as you want to, but till guys go through these situations and these circumstances, that's how they learn. And I think our guys are definitely learning and trying to figure it out.
And I'm starting to notice more that Jarrett's throwing lob passes to Evan. Is that something you're encouraging him just to do more of those, just as playmaking big?
Yeah, we just want those guys to take advantage of what the defense is doing and their spacing. When Evan and Jarrett are in the game, they work that short and work the pocket. And the big guy now has a 2-on-1. So that lob pass is going to be available. And, again, something where their chemistry is going to keep building, and they'll figure it out.
It's been mentioned a number of times how the first game back from a road trip often doesn't feel like a home game. How much is that accentuated when it's a 3 p.m. start?
It's a tough game. There's no doubt about it. Like time zones and all that stuff, travel. I think it's why we got off to a little bit of a bumpy start, but we're able to hang on. But it is extremely difficult. And I thought our guys, I was proud of our guys for figuring it out.
Chelsea.
Where are you seeing Darius grow the most to this point in the season?
Darius is really good, first and foremost. But what I think, he understands the game within the game. And he understands, when his time is and how, when it's time to call his number, when it's time to get other guys involved. And he's dissecting the game in front of him more instead of just, kind of going out and letting his talent take over. He's being cerebral and he's thinking the game, at a higher level this year for sure.
We talked about that last year too, how he was like learning the game within the game and everything. Does that just come from experience, or is that something that you guys can, I guess, like look at in film or anything?
Yeah, I mean, you can, but it's also, it's one of those things, you know, you can't force someone to learn it either. You know, they have to take the time, they have to study it, and then they have to be able to apply it. And I think what you're seeing is Darius's ability to apply it.
Spence.
Just jumping off that, just a quick follow-up on DG. Is there anything in particular you're observing with him keeping his turnovers down? Because I think that also has to do with what you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he has his moments, and I think a lot of his turnovers come from spacing issues and playing in small spaces. But again, understanding how defenses are going to play him and where the outlets are, I think helps him keep those numbers down.
Okay.